in 6, or was it Man Wang? We'll find out, I guess, in a few moments, because we're already moving on to the semi-final number 2 in the 40-plus women's. And we've got a big field, as you would expect. Of course, we've got Eli Yargues from Spain, who was a bit unfortunate this week. Despite some great performances in the sprint, she had to settle for 4th the other day. But let's start with lane number 1. Hong Zhang from China, another Chinese. That's the 4th athlete to be coming from China. There's another one, so 5 Chinese athletes in 2 semi-finals. That's amazing. That was Sarah Maxey from Great Britain. Here's Christine Sheridan from Singapore. Chisato Iwasaki from Japan. Here's Olga, another Olga Gudova from representing the ICF. This is the pre-race favorite, Eli Yargues from Catalonia, Spain. Maresme, exactly. Here's Susan Lee, who won it all in 2021. She did pick up gold as well last year. Angela McKee.
That was Natalie Rendell. Oh, where are we up to? Yes.
We've got Litvina Chapendal, Natalie Rendell, Jun Liu from China, and here's Xiao Yu Li from Taipei.
Oh, she's got a race.
Did we see Angela McKee?
She's got a race. Yeah, I think we did, just briefly.
Oh, just briefly.
Very
Angela
briefly.
McKee from New Zealand is in the mix. So watch out for Susan Leah. Eli Yargues probably at the front. Angela McKee was what did really well also this past week, this past few days. Who's got the best start? Eli Yargues has got the best start. Another Sonova is also looking good. That's Susan Lee on the right-hand side of your screen. So 2 Sonovas at the front. Who's taken a dive?
Christine Sheridan was one of them, and Hong Zhang from China was the other. They both took a bit of a swim at the start and now have some work to do to catch the field. It is the top 6 that will go straight through to the A final. So if you get stuck behind, don't forget it is 2 laps though, with a portage in the middle. So if you absolutely botch the start, you will have a chance. You have plenty of time to work your way back through the field. But sitting there at the top, it is Eli Yargues who has taken the lead early on, and chasing her down, Matthew,
is Susan Leah from Germany. Sonova ambassador. She was organizing a camp on down in Khao Lak being the home of the brand Sonova here in Thailand, an international brand with a big international team. Eli Yargues at the front. Now, that's a very impressive start by the Catalan, who's got a last chance today to not only win a medal but potentially win the gold. And when I see what she's doing in front of Susan Lee, I think that's a pretty impressive, and she could get that medal today. We'll see how Susan Lee reacts to that leadership by the Catalan. We've got in 3rd Litvina Chapendal. She's got the total supervisor hat, so she should make it to the A final. Litvina Chapendal from Switzerland. That's also on a Sonova. Oh, Susan Lee went wide. She lost position. She's moving from 2nd to 3rd. A little bit too wide for Susan Lee, the German, who's lost a spot. But we're really concerned with the top 6. So who else is in the mix for the top 6 position? We've got the Japanese, I think.
We've got Iwasaki in there from Japan. We've got Rendell from Great Britain is in the mix there. And then we've got a couple of the Chinese paddlers, Lu and Zhang, all in the mix now for a top 6 position and automatic entry to this afternoon's finals, this afternoon's A final in the women's 50-plus technical race. But sitting out in front now, we have
Eli Yargues
doing her stuff.
The Catalan.
With Susan Lee right behind her. She's come back after that very wide turn.
And Eli Yargues, the 2022 world champion last year in Gdynia. She won the sprint. She picked a couple of other medals, I think, in the other disciplines. But she was unlucky this week, settling for a 4th place in the sprints.
How much did you pay? How much did you pay Ludvina Champendal to wear your hat? By the way, that's,
I don't know, but you have to admit it
it
suits
does
her
look
well.
It's a good hat. It's a fast hat. Looks like it's a fast hat. I don't know why more athletes aren't wearing it. To be honest,
it's been ergonomically designed, of course.
It's very, very smart, and I'd be surprised if more athletes aren't wearing it by the end of today.
3 visor hats, by the way, at the front, huh? Did you notice that? This is a pretty
noticed.
popular item for, especially for women to wear.
So also in that we have Iwasaki from Japan, I think sitting in 4th, and then maybe Natalie Rendell still holding on to 5th. We'll try and get an idea at this portage here who is currently sitting in 6th position and on the cusp, on the edge. But Ellie Laguerre, let's have a look at her portage style.
Yeah, looking strong, huh? Ellie, she only knew about this athlete.
Ellie, oh dear, that's
not a great entrance in the water by Ellie Jorges. She probably got her fin stuck in the sand and fell at the front of her board. And Ludvina Champendal is going to go right in front of her. I have to say, Ludvina Champendal looking very good. She stopped racing for a couple of years, mainly focusing on coaching or helping the SUP Swiss team, so Team Switzerland, with and actually the local circuits. She's been doing a good job with that, but now she's back into racing, and it looks like she's going to get her A final. Ludvina Champendal on the left-hand side over there, in 2nd place from Switzerland.
And Ellie Laguerre, after that undignified re-entry into the water, she'll go back and look at the replay of that and think, oh my God, I can't believe they caught that on camera. We did. It was beamed around the world, Ellie. I'm sorry to tell you that, but at least you're back up and racing again and sitting pretty comfortable there in 2nd or 3rd position. I think the Japanese paddler Iwasaki still sitting there in 4th. And then just behind, I think the last vision I saw, it looked like Natalie Rendell still sitting in 5th. Was it Olga Godova, I think, sitting in 6th position? It was a bit hard to see, but it looked like maybe Olga Godova was in 6th at the portage, but we'll just wait for confirmation now. According to our tracker, yes, it is. Well, Godova's gone ahead of Sheridan now. We're missing an
Natalie Rendell
there
in the mix.
Yep.
Apparently that's her on the NSP board in 5th place right now. So who's got the 6th? Sheridan, by the look of it, according to the GPS. And you know that re-entry on the water after lap number 1 by Ellie is a good warning, you know, because that's the type of mistake that you want to do now, not that you don't want to do in the final. So watch out also for overconfidence. You know, you're well ahead at the front, and all of a sudden everything crumbles apart because you've just made a big mistake. So hopefully that is a good wake-up call for Ellie Jorges. Despite leading, you could lose an important race just with a small detail like that, not lifting the tail of your board high enough when you re-enter the water. Susan Leah, though, took advantage of that mistake. She is now in the lead.
We've got a message on our chat from the Moose. The Moose is up and about this morning, Matthew. He says, fast hats are best worn backwards, according to Confucius. I don't think Confucius did say that, actually, Moose. But anyway, we'll go with that for now. So here we are coming down to the finish line. And it does look like it'll be a pretty comfortable result here for Suzanne Leah in front. She's pretty well paddled a perfect race, just raced within herself. No panic, just getting the job done. And that's what you need to do in a semi-final. They've got a bit of time after this to go back to their room, hotel room maybe, and just have a bit of a rest up, come back out this afternoon and race for gold and race to become an ICF stand-up paddling world champion for 2023, and imagine going into next year's world titles in Florida as reigning world champion. It would have a good feel to it, I'm sure. Here she comes down to the finish line now, representing Germany, Suzanne Leah. Perfect dispatch, and crossing the line now comfortably in first. Good race for second in the background, Matthew.
Ellie Jorges in second, another son of a board. I'm sure Martin Janke, the son of our CEO, is probably watching on the beach right now. Will be pleased with that one.
Good result there for the Japanese paddler as well, Iwasaki, who's moved into third, and then 6:07, of course, is Champendale.
And we've got the total sub visor hat in fourth, going to the A final, Litvina Champendale.
What's happening in the background? Is that
Switzerland? Oh, someone is properly swimming there. Definitely jumped early. Is that Natalie Rendell? I think it is.
She jumped. She swum the last 20 meters.
So Natalie Rendell finishing in top 6. That's lucky. She could have lost that spot if she had been sitting in 6. So who got in front?
Christine Sheridan was
Christine Sheridan was, yes, from Singapore through and going to the B final. The first to go in the B final is Gudova, Olga Gudova, representing the ICF. Wow. Very interesting finish for Natalie Rendell. What happened there?
I think she jumped way too early. I think she thought that it was a lot shallower than it actually was. She's quite a tall lady, so maybe she thought that it would just come up to her knees, and next thing she knows, it's coming up to her butt, and she went under. So
or maybe she thought it was a biathlon,
biathlon, yes.
Swim and SUP.
Maybe so. Maybe that's what it was. But
actually,
anyway,
triathlon. There's a bit of running involved.
I think she got through though. Top 6.
Yeah, she did, and that's good on her. Well done, Natalie Rendell, showing off her swimming skills in the last meters of the race. We're moving on.
That's confirmation first of the first semi-final. Olga Merkelova did get through in 6th position. VJ Thomas is there. Florence Julien is there. Daniel Holdsworth.
So 7:39 is the time of Petronella Van Malsen in semi-final number 1. Let's find out what Susan Lear's time is, just to have a bit of a
it's a bit hard to. I think quite obviously Petronella was taking it pretty easy in the front.